How you doing, and welcome back to another Dean Colvin Autograss. So we're starting off with, well, we're still on my week, but it's a new video. So the jalopy's in, it is battered. There's nothing I can do about it apart from try and make it the best I possibly can. So it is, let's have a look, 5 o'clock in the evening, and I was about to paint it. So I won't be able to put you on a time lapse on, I think, because I've run out of battery on the GoPro, but I'll try doing the best I can for you, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, I shall see you on the other side in a bit. Yo, welcome back. So it is the following day, no, it's the day after the following day, so it's Saturday. I think I left off getting the shell in, then the GoPro died. I used 2 batteries that day, and I said I'll paint the shell and then I'll get back to you and blah 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 blah. Well, I did paint the shell. I had 2 cans of Red Bull. I went wild, and this is the aftermath. What do you think? So we've got my usual colour, which is Red Bull blue. I don't know why, but I'm quite attracted to that colour because when it goes in the sunlight, it really does pop. Yeah, so pretty impressed how well that come out, to be honest. That looks pucker. So with that, I'll leave it here because I've got to now sort the engine out. This one. Because the ARP lubes turned up. So when I originally built this, I didn't build it with ARP lube. I was very naughty, but I wanted to get it done. And yeah, is what it is, I suppose. So now I've got to take the sump off, clean the bolts, put ARP lube on them, retool them, and then put the sump back on. And then we can build the gearbox. And then we're flying along, really. So my plan is today to have the engine and gearbox in the back of the car and all the accessory, like all the brake lines and that, put back on, and then tomorrow all we got to do is put the shell on. That's my plan. Whether it works like that is a different story. So yeah, let's leave it here, let's crack on, and then see how far we get. See you in a minute. Alright, you lovely lot. So I've done the conrod bolts. Obviously I'm going to bore you with doing conrod bolts. They're 24 foot-pounds using ARP lubricant, so just proves that I did do it. I ain't lying to you. Yeah, it's there. That's the block, lovely jubbly. So Dad's just been over, made a mess, and just so I can have the engine crane. So that's done, and now we're on to the F20 gearbox. Just here. I don't know if you see it or not, but no, you can't. F20 gearbox. So this is the one I painted the other day. Obviously, we'll go through all this in a minute, of what's going in it and whatnot. So yeah, let me just get everything together, and then I'll come back to you and then we'll assemble it. See you in a minute. Alright, you lovely lot. So I've cleaned it all. I did that off camera because it'd take too long. So I've cleaned it all for the F20. So basically what it is this is the gear, ring gear and everything out of this exact same box here. Because what I've got actually works with that, so winner. But I say, I welded all the diff at work, so that's now all welded. I can see in there, but it's welded. So basically, yeah, all we've got to do is sling it in, so that goes in there. This one's a bit of a prick to get out, to be honest with you. Can't remember how to get it out. Something like that. Oh, there we go. That goes in there. And you've got this piece here. Ta-da! Screws in. And then... is it this one or the other one? So it's that one. So these are from second gear, buy them off eBay. Basically, without that, you ain't doing this job. You ain't not smashing it to smithereens. So what I usually do is wind it in with this until the diff goes tight. Just take the slop out of the diff, and then obviously put the ring gear in that to go on in there. That's an F13 one, F10, that I think F17, F16, F18, F20. Yeah, so I don't think there's that very well. I got tops. So once the diff goes in, that bit goes on. You are supposed to have a seal, got a seal for that to go on there, and then that sits like that, and then we have the piece de resistance. Ta-da! And this is 2-speed elite. This was sponsored by Dad, aka Paul, Team Eggs. Yeah, he sponsored me this. It was really, I didn't realise how expensive these were. And then he went, I'll sort you out. So we've got a 2-speed elite gearbox. I did work the gears out, I can't remember what they are now, but yeah, so 2-speed elite, welded diff, wash it in that box, job done. On that engine, but we'll go over what we've got for a clutch and things like that in a minute when we get to that part. So yeah, well, without further ado, I'll put it on a time lapse and then we get this gearbox all situated as such. See in a minute. Right, so I made a boo-boo a little bit. I forgot to put this piece in here. So on the F13 this is all built in. On the F20 this is actually a different part. It's interchangeable, change them seals. Put that in, line your diff up and then come round the other side, and now you'll be able to put your diff cup back in. I was thinking to myself, it's not going tight, what's going on? That's why. So, don't be a silly idiot like me and put that bit in there. So, right, that's all done. Now we can tighten the diff up. Let's get you back on that time lapse. Alright, sorry, I turned that time lapse off. That was unnecessarily hard. I don't know why. it was just being a complete and utter pillock. And I was getting very angry with it. So I turned time lapse off so I could figure it out and then go from there. But it turned out where I've had it apart and it was all dry, it just needed a bit of lubricant, and away it went in. Literally fell in. As I say, I've never really had problems with them before, but that one was being a complete and utter. So we've overcome that. Saying it should have only probably took 20 minutes, it's taken 49. So I'm a little bit behind again, but it's not the end of the world. As long as the engine and everything goes in today, I'm happy. So, right. All I'm going to do is bolt this all together, and then we've got a new gearbox. 2-speed elite. Oof. Right, let's crack on. Right then, you lovely lot. So, after that gearbox incident, that was very fun. Really enjoyed doing that. We have gearbox on. Z engine. Clutch and flywheel. I'm using the 13NZ flywheel. Polo 1.4 clutch plate. And an SE pressure plate. And an F20 throat bearing. Just to make it work. What a concoction I got myself into. But anyway, it's on there, it works, and it all turns over and does everything it's supposed to do. Yeah, so we're going to try and fit it into that machine there. This is going to be fun. We're all looking forward to this. And then see how we get on, I suppose. But yeah, right. I'll put you on a time lapse in a minute once I sort myself out, work out how I'm going to do this without scratching it and making it look like a fucking complete mess. Oh, but yeah, anyway, let's have a look, see what we can do, how we can do this. See you in a minute. Right, and as you were seeing from that time lapse, we've got an engine and gearbox in the car. That come up pucker. Also, I've only got one bolt in and one bolt in there at the moment, but yeah, fucking mustard. I did scratch it once with the inlet, I could see it, but she's got an engine, boy. I've got to find the exhaust quick. That looks like it's going to be a bit of a prick to fit in there. We'll worry about that when it comes to it, but hey, what a win. What a win. Yeah, right, I'll leave it here. I'll pick you up in a minute when we're doing something else. Right, so I've hit a bit of a roadblock with this bad boy. If you look here, spot the problem. The engine mount literally goes straight through where the exhaust goes. So I'm having a bit of a predicament because obviously I can't weld over here because I've got no electric, so I'm going to have to do something with that. 'cause I feel like it needs to be like a pipe coming off of there around and then back in, and then obviously you'll be able to swing that past the exhaust manifold, the engine mount. But we still know it's a bit of a roadblock. But on the hindsight, the engine's in, that's always a bonus. The gearbox is on, that's always a bonus. And I'm just about to put the inlet manifold on, which is a bonus. So it's not all shit, and it's not all like, I feel like I've done quite a fair bit today. Also I've rebuilt a whole Gearbox, done the con rod bearings and everything like that, bolts. Yeah, it wasn't a wasted day, but I feel like I ain't got nowhere, so I don't really know. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on, see if I'll cut the phone call, see if I can get someone to make that tube as such. What? See you in a minute. Alright, so I've had a little play around. I've got to order a couple more bits. Put the stilettos or whatever they ain't on the back. I found the linkages and that, but I need to order the gaskets for it and then clean them. I've got the linkages, that's there, was there. I've got to order a new one of these, because that other one I've got split. I think HT leads I've got to order. I've got to find a starter motor. I ain't got one of them for some reason. So I've got to find a starter motor. What else? And then sort out a runner and exhaust. Then I think it's pretty much there. I've got most bits here. I've got to do the brakes and that as well. That's the tomorrow job. Brakes got to be put together. That's the tomorrow job. Brake lines, that's easy enough. Seats painted. Got to paint the firewall. We're going to do that black. Yeah. Other than that, we've pretty much smashed it. So this is the bit that's going to take the longest to do now. So yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to leave it off for here today, and then pick it up tomorrow. See you in a minute. How you doing, and welcome back. So for you it's been 2 minutes, for me it's been it's 2 weeks nearly, I think, since I last done that last video. Yeah, I don't know where I left off. I come here today, a bit enthusiasm, and then I kind of dropped off. But without ado, so update, what's been going on, Dean, for 2 weeks of your life? Booked the rolling road for the Nova, lost the brakes for the Nova. So now Thursday, we've now got to come over and change either the master cylinder, the servo, and then rebleed the whole lot. So that's a Thursday problem. We'll worry about that. I had a crazy idea. We'll go through that in a minute. And also, I've got a couple of beady-eyed little viewers that have noticed that I have put the shock absorbers upside down. So I posted that video and get a message from my old man Jack Redford. You know, put them shocks on wrong way. I was like, no I ain't. He's like, yeah you have. So shout out Jack Redford for noticing that and put me on the spot. Cheers, pal. And I walked into work, and then Dad, aka Paul, walked up to me and went, no, put them shocks around wrong way, right? I was like, for fuck's sake, Jack's already told me. So today's agenda, swap them shocks around to the right way. And also, while we're on this subject, manifold. We have a nice new one. Well, new to me. But we have a nice new manifold. There we go. and it's smooth, lovely. And that was supplied by JP Nova Spares, so Justin Pay. You'll find him on Facebook, JP Nova Spares. He also sponsors the Nova. So I messaged him, like I said before, anything Nova related, the man's probably got it. And he did, of course he did. So big shout out to you, Justin, thank you very much for that. So I say, if you need any Nova parts, anything like that, JP Nova Spares or Justin Pay on Facebook, he's your man. So yeah, right, without further ado, let's crack on. See you in a minute. Right, so what we got a plan for today. As you can tell, Dad's car is no longer here. That has gone to TR Fabrication to work his magic. Engine's on the engine stand, because we've got to tear this down and rebuild it. But let's get on it. So I'm trying to work out what mess I've got going on here. I say through that up a bit. We've now got a manifold, so that's on the upside. That's a bonus. I need to work out. I'm missing a couple of pipes, I think. So I've got to do that. I've got to find some pipes. What else? Right, I don't know. I'm just waffling. So first things first. Let's get it jacked up. No, fuck that. Actually, let's clean this mess up. Then jack it up, and then make a game plan. That seems more like a realistic thing to do. Yeah, let's do that. See you in a minute. Right, so it's all gone peaked on, and not very good. Yeah, so where I've cleaned up around here, I seem to have taken all the bits I need for this car down to my other garage. So everything I plan to do today has gone right out the window. Yeah, there's enough of footage here for a video for you. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave a little video here now of Callum Woodward, and I think I've got some pictures, another one of Dan Parker. So they've got my name on their car, so same as I did for Paul Price, I'll put a little video and things like that just to show appreciation. So without further ado, I'll leave this one here, and I'll pick you up in a minute. Right then guys, so I'm going to interrupt you right here for this moment of madness that I'm having. So when I reached, well, before we reached 500 subscribers, I said I'd do like, when we, what should I say it? When we reached the 500, I was going to do a little thank you pack as such. And basically what it is, was I'm going to do like a little bundle and then pick a person and then let you have it, sort of thing. So, because I've been letting it go, just in case we fall back, but we ain't, we've gone forward. Crowd go wild. Thank you very much for hitting that subscribe button. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button. So, this is my way of saying thank you to you, and this is what I've come up with. So, I've got new snapbacks in at the moment, Dean Culvin Autograss. I've sent a couple out to a couple of people, and they've come back and they said they're pucker, so I've done another run of them. So basically, this is what I've got for you. So, on my moment of madness, when I was in Nottingham, I bought some arm restraints because I was going to paint the car pink and do purple, same as Baz's car. And then I was like, nope, I ain't doing that. So, I changed my mind. So, this is what I've got for you in store. So, bright pink fluorescent arm restraints, couple of air fresheners, and a choice of a snapback. So we've got the yellow, the green, the pink, and the red. And obviously I've got some stickers as well. So basically, what we're going to do with that is bloody GoPro. What I'm going to do with that is basically at the end of this video, I usually go on Facebook and post it. I'm posting that tonight. So basically, if you're following me on Facebook, this is how you do it. So watch the video, get to wherever you get to or whatever, look, give it a like button, right, and then go over to my Facebook page, right, and I usually put a link out to this video. So comment on that link your name, say, I don't know, YouTube with your name or something like that, or just comment your name, fuck it, no, just comment your name, right, on that page, basically on my Facebook page, on that thing you'll see it to say your name. Alright, I'll leave it on there for a week, and then after a week I'll go on there, I'll take every name off of that, put it on a bit of paper, one to whatever, however many people, if you want to do it, as I say, ain't gonna cost you fuck all. And then I'll do a number thingy live, we go live on Facebook, I'll do a number count, and whoever gets the number off of that, you get yourself a free bundle as a thank you, sort of thing. So it's my way of giving back to you. Ain't gonna cost you fuck all. I pay for the postage and everything like that. This is a bit of your time, basically. Just push a like on the video, go over to my Facebook page, which is Dean Colvin. If you're not already there, just add me as a friend and I'll accept it. Comment on that bit saying your name, job done, that's it, and then you'll be entered. And then I say at the end of it, once I've drawn it, I'll message the person who wins it, and then ask for your address and we'll send it out to you. Get a pick a choice of a colour of a hat, 3 arm restraints, a sticker, and a couple of air fresheners for fuck all, for just pressing a button. So yeah, anyway, if you haven't subscribed to me already, please do, and we'll do some crazy shit like this in a bit in the future. So yeah, right, less of me jibber jabbering, let's go back to work. Right, so I've been looking about, and it turns out that I thought I had the parts to finish this engine side of it. Turns out all I had was a set of gaskets. So the 5's on standstill until now. We're going to tear into Dad's engine and that, but we're going to do that off camera. Obviously because he ain't got his car. Other than that, yeah, don't really know what to say. Apart from gets a lot of comments, subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll see you in a bit. In a bizzle.